Hi everyone, today I'm going to be doing this little leaf group from Johanna Basford's Miniature Secret Garden. This is on the facing page from this lovely circular design with the two owls, and Johanna has just done the little leaf group and a tiny little bee on the facing page, so I thought it would be great fun to have a go at some leaves and see how we get on. Now with leaves I tend to use a selection of different colours. So I'm going to start this leaf with the number 5 from the Staedtler Ergosoft set, and I'm going to do the very edges in this slightly darker colour, and I'm going to start with very dark on the edge and then bring it in towards the middle with a lighter touch. So I'm pressing quite hard here and then releasing the pressure as I bring it in towards the middle of the leaf. The idea is to make it look like the leaf has got more shadow on the edges than it has on the rest of the leaf. Now I'm going to do all the leaves with the same technique, so I'm going to show you with this one. We haven't got the whole leaf in view, which makes it a little bit trickier, but I'm going to show you with this leaf, and then I shall do some quick time-lapse footage of me doing the rest so that you can just get the idea of what to do. So that's that colour, and then we're going to use number 52. Now all of these colours are actually in the 24 set of Ergosofts as well as the 36, so you should be able to copy this even if you've got a smaller set. But you might want to play around with different shades of colour, of course. So you can see I'm overlapping what I've done before and then taking it lighter towards the middle, just in exactly the same way as I did. I think there'll be a little bit here. That's it. And then I'm going to use the lightest green, which is the number 50. It's quite tricky to see it with the white on this light green. So same again, slightly overlapping with harder pressure and then lighter pressure towards the middle of the leaf. There we go, and I'm going to do a really light bit along the middle because I'm going to blend in the yellow. Oops, doesn't want to come out of the tin. This number 10, which is the very lightest yellow. I think it's quite a lemony shade of yellow, and I'm just going to try and scumble this in and blend it into this light green colour. And then when I've done, I'm going to go back over with this light green, the number 50 again, back over the top, right across the top of the whole of the leaf, to blend all those colours together. Now some people use a blending pencil, they use blending fluids, there's all sorts of methods for blending. Sometimes just going over with another pencil just help to blend it all in. There we go. Now because this leaf's overlapping, there's going to be some shadow along this edge, so I'm going to show you what I would do for that as well. Now I think because it's green, we're going to have a brown coloured shadow. I'm using number 77. This is the darkest brown colour that I've got in my set. I'm not sure, there's only one dark brown in the smaller set. It could be this one, it could be the other one. Use either would probably work. So around the edge of the leaf, this is, I've gone on top of the black pencil that marks that Johanna's made. Then I'm going to go back over and just do a gentle pressure around it. And then it just gives the impression of a little bit of shadow on the leaf. There we go. Now what I'm going to do now is I shall do a bit of speedy time lapse and colour in all the other leaves for you. So now I've completed all of these leaves. I haven't done the shadowing underneath them. I thought I would just show you that again. The leaves are all done in the same way. I didn't show you the pencil colours because they are the same ones as I used before. And this shadowing I'm doing with the number 77 brown, and I'm doing a hard pressure over the line that's already there, and then just a gentle pressure along the leaf. I can do the same with this one just to show you, to do this hard pressure along and then small gentle pressure along the edge. It's not coming out very well, so I'm going to go back over, and it just makes the leaf look like it's got this bit of shadow under it. Here we go. Now, you notice I haven't done the branch bit, it's very narrow, but I'm going to try and do a few colours just for a bit of interest. So I'm going to start with the number 73, which is my darkest of the more orangey browns, and I'm just going to go right over the whole thing. Johanna's drawn it with little tiny circles. I'm just going to colour right over those. It's too small to worry about the details. Even actually in the main book, it's quite tricky to follow that through. I'm also going massively out of the lines, but hey ho. So that's the base, and then I'm going to take the next colour brown, it's upside down, which is number 76, and I'm going to go again right over the top of this, the same exactly how I did before. I'm not applying extra pressure in any places, I'm just darkening that orangey colour to make it look more brown. And then the last one thing I'm going to do is take my extra dark brown, which is the number 77, and I'm going to apply this in places where I think it might be darker, such as where it touches the leaf or the acorn. Now I've got the best bit left, which is the acorns. I love colouring acorns, I don't know why, and I tend to always do them in the same way, so I will show you how I do them. I'm going to take the 76, which is the slightly lighter of the two dark browns, and just do a base coat across the whole of this. Now Johanna has drawn us some lovely crosshatch designs on here, but it's just too small to worry about these little details, so just going to go right over it. And then we're going to take the darker brown, which is the 77, sorry. If you don't have the two shades of brown, you could use a black, and I'm going to do some where I think it will be darker, which is underneath here. I'm going to put a darker layer and then gently shade that out towards the top. And then here, the darker bit would be down here. So I'm going to do this and gently shade it out towards the edge. What I have just noticed is that we have the shadow of this acorn should be on this leaf, so we're going to do the same technique that we used for the overlapping leaves. We've got this little bit sticking up, which we need to be careful of. There'd be more shadow underneath this bit. I'm thinking that the light might be from above. There we go. Now the actual acorn part I like doing in a combination of the different orangey browns. Now this is what I sort of think is more of a gold colour. I'm going to use this as a base. Now very gently go over the whole acorn, including that little bit on the top. And then take the next colour, which is upside down for you guys. It is the number 49. And I'm thinking again about the light. So this one's going to be darker here. We do it in the same way as we did the rest. So I'm going to leave it quite light on the top there and not colour over the sort of goldy colour, but colour this bit. And here it's going to be dark on the bottom. Colour it harder there and lighter, leave it lighter here. And then with this darker one again, this is the number 73, to go again over the very bottom Now if you haven't got all these shades, you could use your darker brown very gently to darken it up a little bit too. Okay, and now I'm going to blend that all together using this number 16 again, going back to this one with quite a hard pressure on it, and just blend it all up together. Oh, snap my lead. Not that hard, obviously. There we go. Okay, and the last bit I'm thinking is the bee. So here he is. Now, bees, this one's quite small, so I'm going to use the colours that I've used for the acorns here, just to keep the colours similar, and for the leaf. So I'm going to use the goldy colour, which, as I said, is the number 16. That's upside down. For the these parts of the, you can't see, for the edges, very edges of the bee's body. Quite hard to see. I've got my head far too close. I'm surprised you can't see it in the camera. My head's so close. Okay, and then I'm going to use this lemony yellow that we use for the leaf, which is the number 10. Sorry, there we go, bring it into focus. And just draw that towards the middle. I'm going to try and leave a little white bit in the middle. It's so hard to see because it's so mini. There we go. And for the wings, I usually do a bit of grey. I'm just going to use the lightest grey colour that we've got here, which is the number 80. And I'm not going to colour the whole thing. Again, it's going to be hard for you to see. I'm going to start in the centre and just draw a bit of grey out towards the edge, but I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to leave some white. I think the wings are likely to be white. There we go. Now I've coloured his head and his eyes in yellow, which I don't think looks quite right. So I'm going to grab my black, the number 9, and I'm just going to go over some of that in black. So these eye parts, I think, need to be black, but because I've got yellow there, it's going to take a bit of difficulty to get it to go black. There we go. I think he looks better. So there we go. There's our little bee, and there's our leaves. And I hope you enjoyed that. Let me pop it in the centre for you. There we go. So I hope you enjoyed it, and happy colouring.